Cap here, and today I'm going to be trying out some Maggard Razors Lilac. This is the smell is just like a blooming lilac. It's straight up nothing else. It's got a good strength to it. I haven't used a lot of Maggard Razors, and I have a buddy of mine, David, who lives in Scotland, and he got him some of this stuff, so I had to look through all my samples to see if I had some. Had to try it too. Also going to be using my very first SE razor, the 1912. It's a gem. It says gem on the back, and this is just a copy of the patent in 1912, which is the Damascene. It's got the ornate handle, and this is the razor that got me falling in love with SEs and got me on a buying spree. We'll get into more of that later, but it holds the blade as usual. This same blade I've been using most all week, but when I didn't use a Valley Auto Strop, so we'll see how it does. I have another one on standby. I went ahead and put my lilac in a bowl, just pressed it down in there, and I'm going to be using the mixed midget by Omega. It's half boar, half badger. Not sure if it's half and half, but it's got a neat feel, and I really like the small knot, the small size when it comes to face light. And of course, I'm going to be finishing it all up with my lilac vegetal. Let me load up my brush. Alright, so I believe I got enough loaded. It's kind of hard to tell because I'm not too used to loading off pressed soap in a bowl. We'll see though. Not that much loaded. This little Mega will surprise you. It'll hold a lot. So off the puck, there is a strong floral scent of lilac. Alright, so got a good thick lather. Maggard is really easy to lather. The scent is very floral. It's the same as the puck. So whenever you smell the puck, that's the same it's going to smell on your face. Maybe just a little bit stronger. I really like this scent. I really didn't know I'd like floral stuff until I got into wet shaving, and the more and more I get around it and use it, the more and more I like it. So the 1912, the ornate handle, this was not made in 1912. Use it's pretty easy with these 1912s, these gems and stars and everreadies. It's pretty easy to find that angle. Put a cap on your face and just move it down until it starts cutting. Great feedback with this razor. So it's got good slickness right off the bat. I looked last night and they were out. Just curious. I think it was only like $12 for a pup, but they were out of it. So I don't know if it's discontinued. I'm gonna have to look into that. great shaver. So my thoughts on a single edge and a double edge are kind of like, you know, I like both. You know, straights are a total different thing for me. They stand alone. But SEs, not a lot of people are into them, so they are readily available. There's some out there that people know that are worth it. Like one of these days, I'd like to find me a Ever Ready Streamline for a decent price. I usually go for pretty high. They usually come in a case with a strop, and it's a neat looking razor. This little guy right here holds a lot, so I'm interested in getting the Wee Scott one day. That's a whole nother subject, but let me get back on the SEs. So the SEs to me are like comparing a revolver of old to the automatics. You know, revolver goes back way back further than the automatics, but they've steadily stayed in line together. And you have people who like the beautifulness and everything else of the automatic, and you know, just like a double edge. You know, there is a lot of people who love the double edges, and I do too. Like Gillette, you know, Gillette ruled that side of the market. I'm like anybody else. I've got the Aristocrat. I've got, you know, I want the 1934. Their TTOs do not shave me good. That's why you don't see me shaving with super speeds and stuff like that. I have some. But the old single edge, for some reason, kind of reminds me of my granddaddy, who lived to be 98. He was pretty much a farmer. He lived off 5 acres, and he had a mule. And so when I can imagine him going in the store and seeing this old single edge, the Damascene sitting there, and you know, and this newfound double edge, 1934, you know, that's way down the line. But the single ring, double edge, I can imagine he would go straight for the Damascene because it's just the look of it, the utilitarianism. It's just it's a whole nother nostalgia of it that intrigues me about the single edges and the design that they went with and stayed with. You know, until they started getting into the micromatics and the injectors. That's one bad thing, but one good thing about these 1912s. At least this one of mine. There's a lot of play in this blade. There's a lot of space up under this blade. See where the catcher is? There's a lot of space there and a lot of space up here. Nothing holding it real tight. So there is a little bit of a movement in the blade, which it doesn't give me weepers or anything, but it does kind of play a part when you go try to go against the grain. The Ever Ready's 1914s and 1924s, shovel heads, they have more of a flatter shave, a lot different. If you're not used to it, it's pretty harsh. That's kind of why I told you that about the SEs is, you know, the reason that I like them, that I got into them, that really intrigues me about them. that side of the history. And if you'd like to try one out, they're readily available. You can get a Star Ever Ready, a Gem 1912. All of them looks like this. You can get the cool handle, the art decor. I just love that handle. And then get on Tri-Blade and get you their different single edges. Not a lot of money back in the SE, so if you don't like it, it might be hard to get rid of it, but it's a good thing to piff. Good thing to pass along to your friends that you talk to and say, hey, you want to try this? I didn't like it. Here's some blades to go with it. But the thing about it is, if it does give you a harsh shape, make sure it's not you. Make sure it's not your angle. Make sure it's not, you know, the blade. There's carbon blades out there. They do not shave me good. There's a Gem stainless steel. This is the coated PTFE. The Gem stainless steel doesn't shave me good. Yeah, see, when I go against the grain right there, these 1912s, this one likes to catch. So I got to kind of change my angles and hit it a different way. By trying to change the blade. This is the last use on this blade. Beautiful. Get cleaned up. To show you before I clean it off how much is left after 3 passes. There's still enough for a 3rd pass, 4th pass. I mean, that's plenty. All right, got everything cleaned up. I'll throw on the veg in my decanted glass bottle here. Well, the bottle's not decanted, but this stuff, I'll give it a little shake. Did y'all hear how much came out? A lot. Believe it or not, it's easy to get back in there. Big hole. Alright, so the veg is more powdery than this. This is very, very floral. Great cushion, great slickness. It has that artisan feel to it, but I like just the straight up scent of lilac. There's no added fig behind it, woods, no lavender, rosemary, nothing. It's just lilac. I really like this, so I'm gonna be on the lookout whenever this comes back in stock. I'm definitely gonna be buying it. I've still got some more in here. Tomorrow, I believe I'm gonna try out some rose just to stay in the floral scent. Little omega here. If you don't have one of these, they're pretty cheap. You can get them on Amazon or Maggard or wherever. It's the mixed badger. It's got a good, I don't like a real scritchy feeling on my face, but this one has a good feel. And then the 1912, I want to put up a warning because if you get one of these and then do like it, there is a lot of razors that you'll be buying that's out there in the SE world that are the majority are less expensive than your DEs, but a lot of history, a lot of shades left in these old boys. Thank y'all for watching, and this is my last day of the SE journey I've had all week, and it's been a great week, especially with the Valet Auto Strops. I figure I'll be using my straights during the week again, and then on my off days I'm going to be shaving with an SE one day and then a DE the next, or I might just do both days SE. It's according to how I feel. But y'all hadn't seen all my DEs, so I need to dust some of them off. But hope y'all have a wonderful day.